From the Ohio AgNet Voice You Know with the News You Trust studio, sponsored by Grain Equipment Company, where innovation meets execution. I'm Joel Norwood. Well, we take the studio on the road today to Delaware County at Henemick Farm and Brewery and talking with Nick Sheets, owner over here at a unique place that's farm roots, but is also taking advantage of the growing population in this part of Ohio. Tell us about that.
So, obviously we're in Delaware County, just north of Franklin County, just north of Columbus. This area's been growing like crazy. I remember my kids go to school, Nolan Tangi schools, and there's like 4 high schools now. Blow my kids' minds when I say, when I was in high school, I went to Buckeye Valley. I said, there was only one high school. And they're like, what?
Is that possible?
It's like, yeah. So obviously the growth in the area, and that's part of, obviously some of our risk reduction is knowing that population is there. And so I think with us is with this rapid growth in the area, it's coming. And so we decided to make something that could protect our land a little bit, with the brewery in place. And so it's coming right up the road, and you could see it. So I think there's different takes on that. I felt like that we could be part of the solution and creating an interesting space where some of this population come out and see the beauty of the land in its current state. Unobstructed views.
And also creating that emotional connection for the next generation and hoping that they see the same thing that you saw growing up on it, working there in a way that you love, so that they will have an emotional involvement to keep it in the family.
I have 2 kids. I have 3 nephews and nieces. And our goal is like, hey, let's create something that we can hand to them, and hopefully there is that connection with them.
Yeah.
That's what this is about. The easy thing to do, if I use my head, my siblings and my aunt use their head, we just sell. Maybe in 10 years, and the growth keeps creeping this way. But that's not what we want to do. Our primary goal is to use our asset to create a business in order to keep the look and feel of Henemick the way it is. The unobstructed views, that's what people come up here for. They don't come up here just for the beer, even though it's great. They come up here for the space. They come open for the open views across the street. You should see it like when Dawson Farms, they farm our land, when they're out harvesting. And the line of people on the fence just watching. And that's what we want to protect. It just checks a lot of boxes for professional reasons, personal reasons, and for the future generation. And so we're trying to create that connection with the next generation on how important it is. And so this is how we're doing it. We pivoted, and this is how we chose to do that.
I would say a unique take on farmland preservation, but one that sounds like it's paying off for you. That's Nick Sheets, owner of Henemick Farm and Brewery. We can find more information at henemick.com. Words don't do well to describe the unique look of this place, so go there, check out some pictures for yourself. Let's talk weather thanks to Seed Consultants, Simply Better Performance. Online at seedconsultants.com. Here's Ryan.
Dry air dominating for the balance of your Friday. I'm Chief Meteorologist Ryan Martin. Let's take a look at that quick Ohio forecast update. Lake effect, clouds and snow that we saw yesterday in parts of the state gone here today. We're just sunny with high pressure dominating the landscape, but it is still Arctic high pressure, so we're chilly. We're going to stay that way tomorrow, starting to see a bit of temperature moderation on Sunday. Honestly, in my mind, though, the warmest days are going to be Monday and Tuesday of next week, spring-like for a couple of days. That is also going to be with precipitation. We probably see a little bit of light rain trying to come through on Tuesday, and then the moderating temperatures hold into early Wednesday before falling apart. A frontal complex that comes through later Wednesday into Thursday will drop temperatures significantly for the balance of next week. I'm Ryan Martin.
Thanks, Ryan. Stay tuned. We'll take a look at the markets up next on the Ohio AgNet.
Get ready, Ohio. National FFA Week is here, and we're celebrating the future of agriculture. The Ohio AgNet, the voice you know with the News You Trust studio, and celebrating Ohio's nearly 30,000 FFA members. From the countryside to downtown, an Ohio FFA chapter can be found in every corner of our great state. Each student who zips up the blue corduroy jacket is equipped with the qualities of premier leadership, personal growth, and career success. From your friends at the Ohio AgNet, happy FFA Week.
Let's see what's driving markets today, thanks to Brandt, helping growers take control for over 70 years. Over to Ryan Metzger.
I'm Ryan Metzger with Lice Mercantile, providing you with your weekly export data update. This morning, the USDA released their export sales data for the week ending February 13th. New sales of corn came in within expectations at 1.454 million metric tons. New sales of soybeans came in within expectations at 480.3 thousand metric tons. And finally, new sales of wheat beat expectations at 532.7 thousand metric tons. We need to see weekly export sales of 505,000 metric tons of corn, 209,000 metric tons of soy. Please visit our website, licemercantile.com, to learn more about grain marketing program and crop insurance services.
Thanks, Ryan. Let's turn the page to what's happening in Chicago as things wrap up the week. March corn right now, 4 1/4 down to 4.93 3/4 per bushel. December corn, 4.76 3/4 down 2 3/4. March beans, 7 3/4 cent drop today to 10.37 3/4. New crop beans at 10.57 down 4 1/4. Wheat having a strong day. July up 2 3/4 to 6.16 3/4. Markets brought to you by Seed Consultants. Simply better performance. Online at seedconsultants.com. On the livestock side, February cattle 48 cents up to 198 and a dime. Feeder cattle for April $1.68 higher to 268.05, and April hogs 88.03 down 50 cents. Milk staying steady today, no changes. This is the Ohio Ag Net.